Hi, my name is Mika. I'm a medical student, and today I'm going to talk to you about opiate overdose prevention and naloxone. So what are opiates? Opiates are drugs often used in the treatment of pain. They can also be highly addictive. Many of the names are ones you're probably already familiar with, like heroin, or prescription opiates, like OxyContin, Vicodin, Percocet, and fentanyl. There are also many more. So what is naloxone? Naloxone is an intranasal medication that reverses the effects of opiates. And because it does little else, with minimal to no side effects, it's able to be sold over the counter with no prescription in almost every state. Should you carry naloxone if you take an opiate or opioid? According to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, in 2015, approximately 38% of adult Americans took a legitimately prescribed opiate. That's 92 million people. And 1 in 3 Americans knows someone addicted to opiates. I think we should all carry naloxone. Every day, approximately 130 people die in America from an opiate overdose. The vast majority are unintentional. So what happens in an opiate overdose? Normally, our brain sets our rate of breathing. Opiates slow down that rate. In an opiate overdose, sometimes that rate can become too slow. It can even stop, and that's when an opiate overdose becomes fatal. How do you recognize an opiate overdose? There are 3 major signs. The first sign is blue lips and fingertips. The second sign is gurgling and snoring noises. And the third sign is that the person has stopped responding, both to sound and touch. So if you call their name, if you yell at them, gently shake them, or perform a sternal rub, they do not respond. A sternal rub is a hard and fast rub with the knuckles of your fingers against their breastbone, like this. Additional signs you might look for are a slowed and faint pulse, slow and labored breathing, cold and clammy skin, and pinpoint pupils. So what should you do if you think somebody is having an opiate overdose? First, call 911 and try to get emergency personnel there as quickly as possible. Second, check to see if this person is responsive, either by calling their name, asking them if they're okay, gently shaking them, or performing a sternal rub. Third, administer your first dose of naloxone. And fourth, perform CPR. If you're certified and know how, feel free to perform mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. If you don't know how, the American Heart Association says you can still do CPR with just chest compressions. Chest compression CPR saves lives. At a rate of 100 chest compressions per minute, you push down on this person's chest 2 inches with each compression. And 5, after 2 to 3 minutes, if this person is still unresponsive, administer another dose of naloxone and continue with CPR until emergency personnel arrives. If at some point this person becomes responsive, this person still needs to be seen by a medical professional. Naloxone only works for 60 to 90 minutes, and after naloxone wears off, this person can slip back into an opiate overdose. So where can you get naloxone? Naloxone is available at most major pharmacies. It's an over-the-counter medication and does not require a prescription in 48 states and Washington, D.C. Wyoming and Hawaii require a pharmacist prescription, which means that you speak to the pharmacist, but it does not require a doctor prescription. 4 states only sell this medication in Walgreens and CVS. How to administer naloxone? Place the nozzle between your index and middle fingers. Push the nozzle into their nostril until the tops of your fingers touch their nose. Firmly press the plunger in. This releases a single dose of naloxone. And here's a quick review of what to do if someone is having an opiate overdose. 1. Call 911. 2. Check to see if they're responsive. 3, administer your first dose of naloxone. 4, perform CPR. Wait 2 to 3 minutes, and then administer your second dose of naloxone. And 5, stay with them and wait for emergency personnel to arrive.
My name is Sam Anthony Lucania, and I'm an addict. But that's not who I really am. It's not how I want to be labeled. It's definitely not how I want to be remembered. Because the truth is, I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a son. And most importantly, I'm a person. I'm a person that for a long time I struggled with addiction. And back in 2013, addiction almost took my life after I overdosed on prescription pain pills. Luckily, Naloxone gave me a second chance. And because of that second chance, my mother got her son back. My wife got her husband back, and today I've got 2 baby boys that have never seen their father take a drink or a drug. And for that, I will always be grateful. I am now a rope certified trainer in the state of Virginia, and I can only hope that Naloxone can give somebody else a second chance like myself.